What up, my Kinetic Men dudes?
What up? What up?
Yo, happy Sunday.
Happy Sunday, my friends. Hey, as we've been not just for House One, but as I've been very conscious recently of talking about time, that's been the number one reason that I've been getting, one to join or not join the mastermind, but also just in general, just in the things that we do, the hikes we go on or don't go on, the games that we attend or don't attend, the friends we hang out with or don't hang out with. And really it boils down to this idea of time. And I'll be honest with you, my sense was that that's kind of a baloney excuse. And so to take action on that, and I feel like I say yes a lot to the things I want to do, but I really wanted to dial in and nug in. So I posted something on LinkedIn about, a question about time. And if how often do we ask ourselves, hey, I'm not gonna do this thing because of time, right? And Lyle, who's gonna be in House One, Lyle Head, thank you, Lyle. He sent me this resource that he's been using, and it's actually like a spreadsheet to track your time. And it's become such a focus for me because I know there's a ton of time that I waste, myself, especially with phone calls and I think I'll be surprised. Maybe there's some YouTube time that I'm not, tracking consciously or whatever, but it's all decisions that I make throughout the day. And I want to understand very intimately what the impact is and where it's potentially taking away. And so that I'm very, very careful the next time someone asks me what I'm doing or if I can do something. And my response is, I don't have time to XYZ, because I've just gotten to the point where I feel like that, and this is not a judgment of anybody who says that to me. It's an indictment on myself to say I never want to be saying those words unless my time is filled with all the things that I choose to say yes to. It's just a very interesting exercise. I'm really excited to start tomorrow.
Yeah, man. I actually have been having similar conversations, and the catchphrase is, "Man, I've just been busy. I've been so busy," right? And I'll catch myself doing it too. Like, someone, you connect with someone, and they're like, "Hey, how you been, man?" "Man, I've been busy. I've been so busy." And like this busy idea is almost like it's like a badge of honor, right? Like it shows that how important you are, or how successful you've been because you've just been so busy. And I actually found this article. I started doing research too about it, and I found this article, and the article is titled "Stop Wearing Busy as a Badge of Honor." And I was that guy too. I've been that guy of like, yeah, man, I've been doing this and this and this. I got all these things going, and I can't find enough time in my day. And I think it's just like a cool thing to say, right? Is this badge of honor of being busy. And so
I've not read that article you sent us because I've just been really busy.
you've been so busy. I know. Steven, have you been busy too?
Yeah, I find too, like since I've left a 9 to 5 style job, and it's like much more incumbent on me to plan out my day, that I've discovered that there's a lot of my time that I waste under the banner of work.
Yeah.
Right. It's so easy to like, hey, I gotta go like sit down and do some work. Then I'll tell my wife, hey, I'm gonna do like an hour of work real quick, and I'll go sit down. And it takes me an hour to get through emails. And then I haven't actually sat down to do what I wanted to do. And so then I'm sitting there for 2 hours and whatnot. And so one of the things I've tried to start doing is saying like, I'm only going to deal, like, I'm not going to check emails 3 or 4 or 5 times a day, right? Like I'm only going to do, and I know you guys are much better about that than I am, just naturally like batching, but yeah, it has been kind of front and center in my own life of like how bad I am at planning out like useful, productive time and removing the stuff that's just sort of that filler in between two productive activities. I waste a lot of time,
Yeah.
and I don't track my time. I should do that. I should join you guys.
Well,
But
so,
it's the mastermind too, though, man. Like you guys
yeah.
challenged me to look at this idea and what's important. That's the kind of the crux of this whole thing is what's important and what are you prioritizing? And I think a better answer, and I don't accept or not accept this answer. People are giving the answer, but I'm not a victim of my time. I choose my time. I say my yeses and I say my nos. So a better answer is, if someone says, do you have the capacity to do this thing? I think it's just better for ourselves to be honest with ourselves to say, well, no, I'm choosing to do this thing. And if you're really honest, then the answer is, hey, are you going to go to the kids' game? No, I'm choosing to watch YouTube. And I think when you're honest, then it can change your life. And that's the point. Because
Yeah.
everybody will say after the fact, I really wish I would have. Well, wishing you would have is for suckers because you could have. And it's just a better place to be to acknowledge that I choose to do this thing because I'm not a victim of my time. I am directing my time to what is important to me. And it could also be very, very enlightening to you to realize that you're directing your time. What's really important to you is YouTube, because maybe YouTube is really that important to you, which is fine. There's no judgment, but at least you acknowledged where your time is going and why that's a priority.
True. And, there's a pretty strong argument too to be made that you shouldn't say you are too busy to do things until you have cut out like all social media, right? Like how much time I know I don't even have Facebook anymore, but still like Twitter and some of the other places, LinkedIn, like yeah, there's so much time that we spend doing other things, just kind of aimlessly, like floating through that time to your point, Dave, like becoming a victim of that habit.
Yeah. And it's no judgment to, if you're a TikToker and that's what you do all day long, there's no judgment. But at that point, it's still empowering if that's what you do to acknowledge it and say, I am a TikToker and I'm going to be TikToking all day. Like that, it's a better place to be. And also recognizing what has also really caught my attention is watching some documentaries and understanding the science behind these companies and the trillions of dollars that they spend to keep you there. And then it also really opened my mind, like, dang, they are choosing my yeses and my nos for me. It's pretty interesting. So I want to take some of that back. So don't say I'm busy. Don't say I don't have time to, for your own sake, not for mine. I don't care. It's not my life, but for your own sake, be honest and say, I choose to do these things over these other things. And it could be life-changing. So thank you, my
Next
kinetic
month
dudes, for
when I'm in
challenging me.
Denver and I say, let's do dinner, Dave, I want your answer to be, I choose TikTok over you.
Yes. It'll be an easy answer. It'll be an easy answer.
So speaking of priorities, speaking of stopping saying I'm too busy, house one of the Storehouse Mastermind starting August 2nd. We're closing down applications the end of July. So if you've kind of been on the fence about whether you decide to join or not, and be intentional about choosing to have these type of conversations and to become a better dad, better husband, better leader, a better friend, and just choose to be more intentional with
Intentionable.
intentionable. Yeah. Choose to be more intentionable with with how you're spending your time. Don't be that guy. Don't be the I'm too busy guy.
We'll call
Storehouse.
you out. We'll call
Huh?
you out and be like, you're the victim guy of your time guy. That's the
Yeah.
guy you are. That's a long name, but you're the victim of your time guy.
Yeah. So that's this Friday. So we're recording this on Sunday, the 24th. So this Friday at midnight is applications closed for house one.
Storehouse310.com/mastermind. Or if you want to go straight to the apply button, hit the join now, or you can just go to storehouse310.com/apply.
We should have a link that's be intentionable.
Be intentionable.
Be intentionable.
See you.
See you.